Alright guys, what's up? Sanch here. Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, obviously we're going to be doing a update on the lineup for this year's 2020 Cali Pro. And from what I can see, we have 5 new competitors and potentially a 6th. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys stay tuned. And we're going to go ahead and start off the list with Max Charles. Now, obviously, Max Charles competed at the New York Pro not even 2 weeks ago, so he still should be in some pretty good shape. He did bring phenomenal conditioning to that New York Pro, so I definitely look forward to seeing him do well at this year's Cali Pro. And we're going to put some footage on the screen for you guys so you guys can check it out. And this is Max Charles at the New York Pro this year. And from what we can see and what we did see, he did bring fantastic conditioning, absolutely shredded 6-pack, or, well, 8-pack actually. And if you didn't know, Max did place 5th at this New York Pro. And the main criticism from what I could see and from what I took away from my own opinion is that Max was a little shallow in the lower back, also needing a little bit of density in the overall back, right there in the lat spread especially. And also in the hamstring department, the back legs, in any type of back shot. People were saying that his legs looked a little shallow. Even in the side tricep, the hamstring sweep doesn't look as impressive as some of the other competitors. I like Max's physique, I really do. He brings an amazing shape and conditioning, and the abs. I love seeing abs on a pro bodybuilder, especially in the open. So that is number 1 for the new competitors on this year's Cali Pro roster. Number 2, in no particular order, we have Mohammed Shah Ben. Now, I actually had my future mother-in-law help me with that one because the double A's in Arabic are really rough to say when you're mucho white. So just letting you guys know. And from what we saw with his Instagram posts, he actually looks fantastic. Big, full, veiny. Definitely has quite a bit of water still on his physique. And that's actually what one of the biggest critiques was at last year's Mr. O, the 2019 Mr. O, where he placed 16th, was that Muhammad didn't really have great conditioning. He was watery. He has a nice shape. He has something about it, must be in the Egyptian water, but they have just these massive quads. So he's not missing any muscle. It's just overall bringing in a better package, better conditioning. So I've seen some people say that he could actually win this show. I think that is a stretch, no disrespect. But if we can see him in the top 6, I think that would be a good show for Muhammad. And next we have Bola Ajax. I'm assuming that's an African name. I haven't seen it before. He actually did compete at the 2020 Tampa Pro in the 212 class. He actually placed 16th or didn't place at all. But it looks like he's actually moving up into the open class. So this is definitely going to be an interesting showcase for Bola. If he can bring any kind of conditioning, obviously at Tampa, if you guys are looking at the photos, he did not bring a very good package, very watery. The legs are very smooth. So if he can bring some good conditioning, actually, if he wants to get in this top 6, he's going to have to bring some phenomenal conditioning. He does look a little undersized in the leg department, so that could be a big killer for him if he's trying to get some good placings this year at the Cali Pro. But we'll see. You never really know until people get on stage. So obviously, I wish him the best of luck. And let's move into the 3rd competitor, Camilo Diaz Garzon. Now, he actually competed 14th at the 2020 New York Pro. And I like his physique. He has a good shape to him. The only criticism I could give is that he just didn't bring enough conditioning. If you're looking at this front double, he has a nice flow to his muscle. He has high lat insertions like some of the other competitors. Maurice Burgess, I know he has like higher lat insertions, and obviously Dennis Wolf, if you guys remember him, he was notorious for having high lat insertions. So It does sometimes hurt your placings when you have higher lat insertions, because most bodybuilding judges are actually looking for an X taper, where you have that big, full, wide lat spread, the lat shield, kind of like a Kai green, a big, full lats. And sometimes you can get knocked for having those high lats. Anyways, spending too much time talking about his lats. Conditioning is going to be a big one for him. His quads did look pretty good on that front double, but posing and conditioning, I think he could improve on. Definitely on this back double. His feet are doing some weird stuff. So, Camilo, I hope you can hear this. I hope you're judging, your camp has let you know this. Posing and conditioning. I think if you nail that 100% for this show, you could probably get in the top 6 if you really work at it. And the last competitor on the list, I actually had to do a little bit of investigation work to figure this one out. Our good friend Fernando Arroyo over on Instagram posts fantastic content and a lot of these versus style posts. And he actually had Hassan Mustafa versus Max Charles. Now, obviously, if you guys were looking at the score list, Hassan Mustafa, quote unquote, is not on the competitor list. He actually goes by a different name. So I actually had to figure out that what they had on the scorecard was actually only a part of Hassan Mustafa's full name. So once I figured that out, actually shout out to AM Wolf over on Instagram. He's a men's physique competitor. He actually helped me out with figuring this one out. It took me a while. I was actually editing this video once I figured it out. So with that in mind, Hassan Mustafa being at the Cali Pro really does throw a wrench in there for that top call out. If there's any competitors that were potentially going to maybe make it into that last slot, they're definitely getting kicked out. Hassan Mustafa, if he does not place in the top 3 at this show, minding if he has the same conditioning or better from the New York Pro, is an absolute robbery. He has the muscle, he has the conditioning. The only thing I would say is his posing, but if you did not know, at the New York Pro this year, Hassan was actually suffering from I think it was a hemorrhoid or a hernia. I'm pretty sure it was a hemorrhoid. So that's actually something he can't control, but that's why he wasn't doing very well with his posing and spreading the lats and things like that. And he also didn't look very happy either. So, and I wouldn't be either if I had something like that on my butt. So that's just information for you guys. And that'll do it, guys. I really appreciate you stopping in and watching the whole video. If you guys enjoy this type of content, definitely like the video and subscribe. We're going to be coming out with lots more bodybuilding content since the season is full underway. And of course, if you guys want to help me out on a personal level, you can always go to goldenarrownutrition.com and use my ambassador code SANCH15 at checkout. It really does help me out in the long run. And that'll do it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys want to see something specific, leave it in the comments section. But besides that, I'll see you guys in the next one.